Hello and welcome back to Dune Awakening. Last time we crafted this beast behind me, the large spice refiner, and we worked on the Lost Harvest DLC, which had us help the crew of the Mithra harvester, which has crashed in Vermilia's Gap area. And we did some missions for a couple people, and now we are to report back to Chief Hansu of the Mithra. But first, I want to install another large piece of heavy equipment, the large ore refiner. I've been continuing to mine spice. I have another like 1,200 spice melange. Let me look quick. Another 1,200 on hand. So that's more than enough I need to install a large ore refiner. And then I want to go over some changes I've made to my build, just kind of show you what I did. Nothing major, just had some wasted points. And then we will get back onto the Mithra. So let's see here. Large ore refiner. Need to learn that. Here it is. So it's 350 plastanium, 540 silicone blocks, 400 spice melange, 200 complex machinery. So definitely always save that stuff if you're, your early game, because I've used at least 2,000 of those recently. Cobalt paste and advanced machinery, which I bought a bunch of those from the script vendor. And when I was doing some missions at Blushing Cavern, I kept farming the erythrite crystals there to get cobalt paste, so that built that back up. So let's see. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Like a glove. Oh yeah, that is gonna shut us down. Is it lined up? It is pretty lined up. Nice. Is this turned off? That is turned off. Yeah, I got my couple of my advanced destills going. And the medium chemical refiner, those are all energy hogs. No, those are off. What do I have on? I'm so confused. Oh, everything's off because of the... I exceeded the grid's power capacity. Let's see. There we go. And yeah, I'm going to upgrade to the highest tier generators soon. I haven't done that yet because I'm going to need irradiated slag to make these spice fuel cells, and I don't quite have a routine for farming that stuff efficiently. I have enough for I think a month of fuel for a couple of those generators. So yeah, here it is in all its glory. Kind of shaped like the medium and the large, which kind of got this. It doesn't stick out like that on the medium and small. But otherwise, it's pretty similar. And the big difference is plastanium. It used to take, in the medium ore refiner, it's 6 titanium and 1 stravidium for a plastanium. And now it's just 4 titanium and 1 stravidium. So get that cooking. It's going to use up pretty much all of my water. And it did. Everything but 321. Oh, and I've, yeah, I keep selling plastanium. I might have to raise my price, but it's, I feel it's pretty fair to make $500,000 off of like an hour worth of work. And I surpassed 5 million total Solaris. So that's pretty cool. And hitting the C8 and B8 caves this past week, I got a lot of, B2 and C8 caves. I got a lot of schematics. I was able to sell some actually with the increased activities. But yeah, to help with the water issue, we are going to upgrade our wind trap system and put in our first large wind trap. So the starter wind trap is produces its gather rate is 0.75. I'm not sure exactly what that means, how to interpret that. But this one's 1.75, so more than twice as much gather rate, and less than twice as much power consumption. So a good deal. There's a basic filter for it, and then there's a more advanced filter, I guess, that runs longer. And that is made in the advanced survival fabricator. The advanced particulate filter, which uses spice residue. Thank you. I'm drowning in this stuff. 21,000 from all the spice melange I've produced. Plastinium, plant fiber, silicone blocks, and 1 spice melange. So, and 5 of those, we'll see how long that's the tier 1 wind traps hold 6. So I made 6 of these more expensive filters. So grab those. I can turn you off. Let me turn this other. I'll just turn all these off. That's not gonna fit there, is it? No. I guess I'll take one of these out. Alright, there we go. Let's see, more than twice as large. So bigger than 2 of them combined. Alright, and we have... so that will run for, wow, 5 days. Nice. 6 days. The other one's 2 days. The other one with the best filters. So. Cool. Nice. And I got some new placeable swatches. Let's check some of those out. I got Mutelli, which is red, and Argasons, brown and yellow. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's from finishing their Lands Rad to get all the rewards last week. So. Alright, so we have installed the large ore refiner, and we installed a large wind trap. And now let me just said I'd go over my build changes real quick. So I had some points wasted in like the Hunter Seeker, which I haven't been using. That's that remote controlled droid, miniature droid thing that you can snipe people with. So that's an example of a wasted point. Some like harvesting stuff that I don't really need. So I'll just show you how I redistributed stuff. So I'm doing mostly the core is a hybrid between Mentat and Trooper. So with I started with Mentat when I started the game. So let's see, I have the Sentinel at level 3. That's still one of my abilities I use. Range damage, 3 points into that. Pistol damage, I had to get to this one, so I unlock that. I don't use pistols. But rifle damage, 3 points into that, or 3 tiers. Then I have headshot damage increase. I did put a point into poison capsule. I don't use it, but I had to get to here. And then assassin shot. That's another range damage by 50%. Nothing over here. And then I unlocked this passive that is a capstone skill for the Mentat. So when your blood is saturated with the melange, any ranged attack on a shield will reveal a vulnerability in the Holtzman shield. Continual attacks against this vulnerability will overcharge an enemy shield, causing it to drain their power pack more quickly. So yeah, you just increases the damage you do to shields with ranged weapons, I guess. And then with Trooper, I have the Shigawire. That's one of my other abilities I use. That's awesome for traversal, and it's really good for dealing with melee guys and even ranged guys. You can stun them. And then I have the Assault Seeker as my other ability. I might re-roll depending on if I might want to have a melee ability instead of this, but I love the Assault Seeker so much. But yeah, so I have that, and then so Shigawire 3 points, Assault Seeker 3 points. I have Battle Hardened. This reduces the cooldown on your Trooper skills by 30%. So I have that, so I can do my Shigawire and Assault Seeker more often. Plus, when you're on Spice, that reduces your cooldown too, so you can do it a lot. The Shigawire and stuff. So I had to put a point in here to get to here. Point in here to get to here. Didn't want that either, but to get to here, Suspenser Efficiency. That's kind of a wasted point. I don't know why I did that. That's like some wasted points there, because I never have issues with my Suspenser draining my battery too much. So you can learn how to do combat using your Suspenser. You get some buffs. There's a Trooper build you can do. But anyway, so that's Trooper. Oh, and this one here, Center of Mass. My aim's terrible, so I tend to go for body shots. So this increases body, also your blade and shield damage, but it decreases your headshot damage. So that's kind of compensated with some perks in Mentat for increased head damage. Mentat has a technique where it increases your head damage at the expense of lowering your body damage. So that's one of my other techniques. And then for specializations, I'm only level 2 at crafting. I can augment ranged weapons one time, which I did augment my Regis drill shot, like 2% increase with a grade 1 augment. So I'm working towards so I can get an augment on range. I'm up to really high. My highest one is gathering 35. So these are all my bonuses. Mining yield plus 17.5, static compactor yield 17.5, blood extraction yield doubled, pickup yield doubled for like plant fiber and agave seeds. Bonus shield chance, scrap. It kind of reads like you might get other stuff when you yield scrap, because I don't know why you would care about increasing your scrap metal yield, but I tried it just to see. I've tested a little bit. I haven't gotten anything else but scrap. Static compactor area. I still need that, even though I got the sand crawler, because I got to get the flour sand for silicone blocks. Static compactor threat, tool power drain, and jackpot yield chance. So that, I guess it rolls when you're getting like mining iron or whatever, and there's a chance to get it extra. And then I'm pretty high in exploration, 28. So I have an additional 10 inventory slots, 2 rows. That's awesome. Backpack volume capacity, almost a third more than standard. Vehicle recovery cost is reduced. Sandstorm damage to vehicles is down. Scanning range is up. Survey time is down. Suspenser power drain is down. Boost heat generation down so I can boost longer. Vehicle fuel efficiency up. Vehicle speed up 50%. So it's some pretty cool perks with that one. I'm only level 4 in combat, so not many perks there. And I'm level 24 in sabotage. So I have 12% damage to staggered targets, 5% lance rod contribution, 10% headshot damage, 7% health script bonus, 50% scan range requirement, meaning it's harder for me to be scanned by bad guys. I can sneak around easier. Enemy recognition speed is down. That makes me harder to detect. Enemy detection range is down, harder to detect. Scan duration reduction. That's also all those are making me harder to detect, so I can sneak around easier, which is good when you're trying to rush a lot of these Lance Rat missions, where you can just avoid combat. And then trap trigger delay is doubled, so if I trigger an explosive trap, I have twice as much time to get away. So that is where I'm at with kind of some of I'm doing a lot of in-game stuff on camera, so we can get through this story stuff, which we are already, how far are we in? We're already 15 minutes in, but let's get back on this Mithra Lost Harvest stuff. So let's head that way. Oh, and right, I ended last week where I was having some issues with my system and the video. So, whoops. So yeah, and I had a mission to kill some key robs in that last area within the Mithra when we kind of there was a maze and I was getting a little frustrated. Yeah, I just went back in there and had to kill a few people. And that was it. Okay, I'm having a little issues here. My video just got weird. Why am I winded all of a sudden? Okay, and now I may be frozen. Okay, I'm still recording. Okay, sorry about that. Alright. To the Mithra. But yeah, John and I we go at like 4 in the morning when we do the sand crawler and carrier spice mining. 3:34 in the morning, because he works late night and I stay up. I work nights when I'm doing YouTube stuff, and then because I can work whenever I do DoorDash, and so yeah, we go around 4, but we got a full load of spice with the stock centrifuge tank on the sand crawler. Am I still over here? Yeah. And yeah, we filled up the tank last night, so that was like 50,000 spice sand. So like 500 spice melange roughly. But I have a blueprint for a unique larger tank for the sand crawlers. Getting the spice together to make that stuff. Alright, back at the Mithra to talk to Chief Hanzo. So yeah, if you're new to the story, this is a very large harvester that can mine tons of spice, and it was shot down. Well, the ship was shot at and it was shot down or whatever, and a lot of its crew died, and it's trying to get rescued, and we've been helping them out. And then we got in touch with this Villari guy, I guess who the Villari still suit's named after, that I've been trying to collect. Actually, I finally got all the pieces to that. and he had us pick up a package. He's got some people on the Mithra that the officers of the Mithra didn't know about, and they're kind of confused. There's some intrigue going on. So anyway, we helped out these fine folks right here, and now we want to check in with the head boss, Chief Honko.
Glad you're back, stranger.
Is there anything else I can do?
You've done enough, stranger. I owe you a night at the bar if you ever get to Windsack. The crew of the Mithra is in your debt. Don't worry about us. The recovery team will be here any time now.
Goodbye. Okay.
Spotter, come in. Yeah, I'm calling you, Spotter. It's one of the most dangerous and most coveted jobs on a deep desert crew. Spotters are the eyes. They see the first shimmer of a spice blow, or the curl of worm sign before it breaks the surface. They call the warnings no one wants to hear, and they carry the guilt when they're too late. The point is, the spotter's always at the edge of the storm, and right now, that's where I need you. So here's the deal. I got a guild drop rerouted in our favor. Don't ask how. Let's just say I'll be drinking with the finance clerks for a long time. They dumped a package. Should help us cut through this mess of sand and slavers. Things coming from an old ironworks. Get to it before someone else does. And Spotter, the sector's thick with kidab. Second highest concentration in the basin. Slavers petitioned for a warrant to scoop them up, and got it rubber stamped in an hour. Containment is what they're calling it. What it really means is no rules, no oversight, and no one's coming to help. Don't get caught in the middle.
Alright, so speak of the devil, that was Villari. So he's a big wig with the spicy, with the spice mining guild. Alright, following up, I need you to recover a package that has gone missing from the wreck of the Mithra. The most likely explanation is that it is in the hands of the Kira. Finding out where they took it won't be easy. We'll start by eavesdropping on some of the chatter at Nuln Kira, but then see what we can learn. Once we locate the packages up to you recover it, I'll keep you updated via this channel and send the contract. Okay. Alright, so now we're doing Villari's prize. Pick up listening devices, okay. Okay, so it is in other areas. Okay, so we're still dealing with Kira here. So yeah, this DLC isn't meant to be done after you finish Chapter 1. You can get into it early, and you know, I think it does it goes into increasingly harder difficulties. So maybe it's intended if you bought it like with the game at the same time. You know, like right now, for example, you could kind of start it this part of it when you're kind of just getting into Vermilion Scav and stuff, and using like steel tier, iron tier stuff. Yeah, I want to craft a Mark 6 Scout soon. Grab my ornithopter. Okay, and I've been over in these ironworks quite a bit. It's a good, about the best spot for complex machinery, besides shipwrecks. Okay, once we go up.
Shields up! Someone's... Where is everybody?
There's usually only that one rifle guy there, so... Alright, it says up. Spice food. I've been using spice food a lot more when doing the dungeons.
They're coming! Let's
See a complex machinery in here.
Good work, Spotter. What you've got there is a Chone Skypoint Mark 9 eavesdrop array, field calibrated for deep desert ops. You'll find 3 receivers in the kit. Get them into kidab camps without getting yourself turned into a conversation piece. I'm looking at the grid survey now. There's a solid spot for receiver 1 not far from your current position. Once you place it, I'll monitor the chatter. With any luck, someone's bragging about stealing from me.
And then, yeah, if you drop down here, and you can come to these places. These are, like I said, key rob. Even in Iron Tier, you shouldn't have too much trouble. But there's 2 down here too with complex machinery. There we go. Climb your way back out. But yeah, I did testing station 89 in my last stream. So this past Saturday, yeah, this will come out the Friday after that. So yeah, check it out. It's a radiation testing laboratory testing station. But with John, my co-op partner, it's fun. So I got to try it solo. Is that right here? Oh, these are key rock camps. Oh, it's right here.
Who's that?
Have you any idea what that loudmouth Lazarov Fane is doing out at the old testing station? He's told he was all over the Sukalasus, shooting his mouth off about how his boss was coming into a big supply of water. Enough for the whole sector, he said. Laz is always hatching some mad scheme or another. I think he imagines himself the king of the Kirab. Ha! King of the Kulons, more like.
Alright, plant a listening device.
Come in, Spotter. You did good. That placement was clean. Signals cutting through like a crisp knife through boot leather. But 1 ear on the sand isn't enough. I need a triangulation fix. That means placing receiver 2 northwest of your current position.
Okay. Oops. So I've been keeping my leader John on number 6, where I used to keep my vehicle tool. I'm trying to get the 1,000 sip achievement. I've just been sipping more. Instead of drinking directly out of the cisterns or whatever. And then so I got the 8's always been my lord of rotating utility slot, miscellaneous stuff. So that's just my new default vehicle backup tool. Is that a parking spot? Hey, I just unlocked that Wally hole. I didn't have that. Alright. I guess I could play without shields and make it a little more challenging. Slowly getting the timing down on the parry with the new rapier mechanics. Alright. Let's get our ritual bag of blood, which only takes 2, because one of the perks I have is double blood exsanguination or whatever. Alright. Oh yeah, complex machinery. Grab that. Alright, now the objective is down. Was it in this room?
Come in, Spotter. The Kirab aren't very chatty, are they? I've been listening to the first device.
I killed
a lot of
everybody.
farting, name-calling, and inflated claims about sexual prowess, but not much in the way of actionable intel. Still, there's something. Their captain's name is Brannock, and they all agree he's a proper war dog. Kills the most, scores the best loot. Standard outlaw meritocracy. But keep your eye on your women around him. Apparently he's old school Kirab. Believes in communal property, including the wives. They're all griping about it. Sounds like Brannock's made a lot of kids, and no one's sure who fathered what. Whole gang's got a quiet mutiny brewing over the bloodlines. Found a good site for Receiver 3. Survey data flags a radiation warning. Probably from 10 cartographers ago. Still, don't lick the rocks.
I don't have my radiation suit. Come on, game. Oops. Wait, where's my... Oh yeah, there's a parking garage. So am I going into shell? Am I going to have to go back to base and get a radiation suit? No. Oh, it's near the anomaly. It's like, I was thinking, that's kind of weird that it's like, we find key rob, iron tier, steel tier, kind of stuff, and then we're going to need a radiation suit. But I guess we're just going near the radiation. Alright. Man, we got a proper war going on here. Holy crap, look at all these people. all the bodies. I wish I had my assault here. I could get all my bodies for the death still. Alright, it is right here.
Come in, Spotter. Finally, something we can use. Got excited campfire chatter about a slaver raid at the old testing station they hold up in. Sounds like it was a real pitched battle. I pulled up an old guild survey of the sector. There's a testing station marked nearby. Station 13. Could be the place they're talking about. Desert rats love nesting in those old hidey holes. You should have the coordinates now. Go there, recover my package. And Spotter, don't die.
Alright, so we have to go to a testing station. Yeah, we probably got time to run a testing station. Is that the one where Derek was, where we saw Derek for the second time? Maybe. Over here. Sandstorm coming in? Not this. It's nearby, but not here. Okay. So what am I doing in here? Maybe that leader's in here or something. They were talking about Brannick. Alright. Let me see here. Enter the testing station, contact issuer. Okay. Search the testing station for clues. Trying to get my practice in on melee. Right. Clues, clues, clues up.
Someone's here. Enemy sighted.
I need a purple key. Okay. Green key.
Who's that?
Chest. I may have finally gotten enough particle capacitors now that there's no crafting to turn in for Lance Rat. Kind of hoping they add that, because some people don't want to do even the easy missions. They just want to like farm and craft. I think they should have that option as a way to get Landsrad points, contribution points.
Shield up!
All three. Nice.
I see someone.
There's someone here.
Who's that?
The fact that you can explode it in the air is such a game changer. Green band. Such a game changer. At least with these low levels. I'm hoping they add augments or stuff, because it's going to be pretty soon my turret and football grenade are going to be pretty useless in the dungeons. Sadly. But very effective against Kira. Alright, green door was over here.
I see someone.
Because I could throw that right in between those guys and explode it. Purple key. See, I was all harping on, I'll keep your gun parts and knife parts, but...
Sector weather alert. A large
yeah.
sandstorm is approaching.
I know I've seen other people asking for them to bring back crafting as a way to get Landsrad. Oh, that was poor placement. Okay.
Sector weather alert. A large
Contract
sandstorm is approaching.
Villari.
Remind me not to get on your bad side, Spotter. I don't know how there's any room to walk around with all the bodies you're leaving. Just as we feared, big recruitment push. I'm sure the Hawks want their new city built sometime before never, and they need slaves in volume. If the package wasn't in that depot, we have to assume the slavers took it with them. Did a little digging. Closest slaver outpost to the crash site is an old fuel refinery and depot in the Jabal Ifrit. Our last survey of that grid shows another one of those abandoned testing stations nearby. You should have the coordinates now. Go there and do what you do best. Find my package.
Alright, looks like we're going to another station to get a package. Okay. Alright.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Okay, that completed that journey and started a new journey. So I guess that's a good stopping point. Actually, you know what? Let's go back to base and install the one of the new generators. Sandstorm. Oh yeah, and if you're new, this is the gear I'm rocking. This is why it's so easy. I got tier 6 gear on, a plastanium. It's not graded. I have tier 6 rapier, drill shot, and spit dart sniper. Still have a tier 5 rifle. But I think I got the tier 6 perforator shotgun. I think I'm going to try that for a bit, switch to that. I haven't crafted it yet. So yeah. And I've been playing for like 600 hours on this and another playthrough. I'm a lot more careful when I'm in harder areas. Not quite so Leroy Jenkins. Hey dude, what's up, Shy? Saying hello to us. Alright. So, yes, just fly straight to base. Well, that Villari guy's quite the character. You know, I haven't gotten a Storm Rider boost for Tier 6. Do I even have that for this? Or no, I just have a... I don't even have a Tier 5 Storm Rider boost. I do have the Albatross wings. Which, yes, for some reason the Scout wings are unique, called Albatross. And the Assault wings are called Hummingbird, I think. Maybe got mixed up there. And it's probably a meme now. They're just like, oh, we're going to keep it, you know, I guess. Alright. So, yeah, we're going to unlock the generator. So, the, it's 430 plastanium, 180 silicone blocks, 270 spice melange, 100 complex machinery, 300 cobalt paste, and 40 advanced machinery. And I'm not sure how big it is, but I do know where I'm going to stick it for now, at least. Right here. Construction tool. No, it's not that big. I was kind of hoping it would be huge. Oh, I got the ultimate machinery achievement for placing all the advanced stuff, I guess. Cool. Nice. Alright. I have 10 spice infused fuel cells. I just made a few to try it out because I was like, I want to see how this works if I'm going to really want to do this. I can break it down if I decide it's not working. Alright, so 10 is 14 hours, so 20 would be about a day. So 100 would be about 5. 500 would be 25 days. Plus I've been rounding, so maybe it's 30 days. But yeah, it produces 1,000. The large wind turbine does 350. Man, listen to that humming, man. It's like a freaking. I don't know if you can. Let me turn that up. I want you to appreciate that. I'll just turn it up for a second. That's awesome. Alright. Alright, and then, then I'm gonna craft some stuff off the camera. I don't want to just... I like crafting stuff for you guys on camera, but there's just so much. So, but I'm gonna show you what I am gonna craft off camera, just because it'll help me farm. And I'm not sure when I'm gonna record again. So yeah, I have these dampened sand crawler treads, but I'm gonna wait on those. I really don't have an issue with the worm coming. We've been pushing it more and more, and these sand crawlers just quite quiet. But I do want to make the engine. I do want to make the bigger spice containers, like 50% more capacity. So that's like probably 4 large spice or medium spice blows. Which is, we're not doing the large yet, but I might hire one of the big guilds on the server just to do a large one time to run security. Then I have the bigger buggy boot Mark 6. So I'm gonna make all those, craft that stuff. Oh, and then I got the perforator. I got this from a Landsrad task. Landsrad reward. So this is the ungraded tier 6 scatter gun with puts bleed on. Let me see, perforator. So yeah, 538 damage. Apparently this shotgun's just decimate Dr. Leminger of Lab 24, which I thought was the reason I grinded this out, was to try it against him because he doesn't wear a shield. And I asked, even on the highest levels, he doesn't wear a shield. So that should be helpful. So yeah, 538. Wow, man. And yeah, you can see ungraded 0.5. But yeah, I'll get that stuff crafted, and next time we'll continue with this Lost Harvest stuff and go to testing station 117 for Villari's missing package. So thanks for watching. Be well, and I will see you next time. And Saturday night, 11 p.m. Come hang out if you're online for our co-op Dune Awakening stream, doing endgame dungeons and such. All right, see you next time.